Now, one of the best ways to practice is not going right over to the dock and start skipping, because the next thing you know, you can get tangled up, you're going to hit a boat, people are going to yell at you for smashing their boat. So get in open water like this. We're a little windy right now, but if the calmer the conditions, the better it is. Now, when I get out here, I'm going to try just like a stone. Now, see my wrist motion here? I got wrist motion here, and I'm just skipping it across the water like this. See, it stayed about 4 or 5 inches off the water at tops, and yet skipped right back in there, and that's what I do on the docks. So let me do this again. Again, we're going to be back here, and I'm just going to skip it. I got just about 6-8 inches of line, so I got a little whip there, and I'm going to skip it just like this. So it goes back. Now, if the dock was here, it's going to skip there. So skipping it across the water is key, absolutely key in getting that bait back where the fish are, because they're back in that shallows, very dark shallows, and that's where you want to hit. Bright sunny day is usually the best for dock fishing because it cuts that shallows nice and tight, and that bass will sit back there and just watch the bright side of the sunlight there and catch that lure as it goes by. We're going right back in there, finesse it in front of their eyes. On a place like this, you can skip underneath it, but I want to show you pitching. Pitching is a little bit different. Pitching works out best when you got a little narrow path to be able to go down. Now here, let's say we wanted to fish this little spot right here. What I'm going to do is pick it here, and I'm going to pitch it back here. So now I'm pitching it way back there. I'll take my trolling motor and move the boat backwards so I can stay in this spot. And I would bring them right along there, so if there's a bass in that area there, then we'd be able to catch them. Bring it right back, nice and slow and easy. Again, we're in line here for a good pitch. If we can get back there, can't really skip it, so we need to pitch it. I'm going to hold it in my left hand like this, let the rod go down, and I'm going to pitch it right back there like that. I don't know if you can see that, but went way back there in that corner, and I'll bring it back up slowly. If there's a bass in there, I'm going to be able to fish all the way across there to catch the bass. Here, another opportunity for pitching. I want to come back on this side of the dock and the side of the boat. I'm going to hold it in my hand, and I'm going to flip it back in there and let it drop right in this spot there, and hopefully that's where a bass would be. Again, trying to hold the boat in position here so I could either fight the fish if he hit it or back. Let's do again. I'm going to take it, drop it in like this. Went way back there this time. I went over by the boat over there because the dock's high. It makes it pretty easy to pitch. Now here's a nice dock. One of the nice things you see about it is the old wood. And you can see the moss build up right on the edges of the dock here as it hits the water. And that's where the little bait fish from the springtime all the way on will come up, and they'll kick the little bugs and stuff and off that gets on that, and that brings the bass in. Now here I'm going to try a skip. Now I'm going to try to skip it back in there. You can see it gets dark and shallow. I'm going to take again about 6 inches on my line. It's going to be mostly wrist motion, and I'm going to try to hit right at the edge of the dock and let it skip back in there. Now there it went back in there again, back, and I would normally just pull it up like this, see if there's anything here. I'll try it again. There, I skipped one way back there. You see it kind of crossways. I'm going to hold the boat back here a little bit, move the boat back, because boat control is real important, and I'll try to bring it up real slowly, just kind of bouncing that worm along the bottom. Normally, if there's a bass there, you hit it pretty quick. You don't have to wait long. We're going to try one more. See, there's a boat there, and I don't want to get caught and hung on the boat apparatus that holds the boat up, but I'm going to see if I can skip right back in there and get that boat underneath that boat nose there. There we go. The cast was right. I just don't think there's a lot of bass in this spot right here. But the important part is to learn where to hit and how to hit there. Now another way, of course, is to pitch. When you want to do the same thing, when the dock's nice and high like this here, you could probably pitch the same lure into the same places back there. What I'm going to do is hold it in my hand again, and I'm going to flip it, pitch it back into that corner. That went right back in there, slipped right back in there, didn't skip much. It's made pretty much stayed straight all the way back, and I'll bring it out. Now you see the angle on that here, and that's good. I shot it back in the corner, and now I'm going to diagonally bring that line in the lure back the same way, and I'm just bouncing it off the bottom. You have to find a rhythm. Once the fish starts hitting, you'll find whether they want it slow or they want it fast, but you're going to just bring it back to the boat this way here. Now here's another opportunity for flipping. The dock's pretty high. There's a good shade under there. I could skip it, but I'm going to show you how to flip this again. I'm going to hold it in my hand, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to slide it under the dock. Now you didn't even see the splash because it went way under the dock on the other side. So now I know I'm getting a full span of that dock. I'm going to be able to reel that in, nice and easy, bringing it along, and I'm getting the whole dock. Now I'll reverse the trolling motor here so I can hold here for a little bit. Now I'll do the same thing, but I'm going to skip it this time. Skip it back in there, hit here, but it actually went back again deep in the dock. You just got to take the chance of getting hung up or whatever. You're going to lose some baits now and then, but you know what? You're going to catch some fish by doing it this way. Now I just shot one straight back there. I shot one to the right. Now I'm going to shoot one to the left. And again, I'm going to skip this so I can get good action. Good action. I'm going to skip this back, and you're going to hit the dock once in a while. There's no question about it. But you want to skip back there to the other post there. Now I got a good line. I've shot this way, I've shot this way, I've shot this way. And if nothing hits that worm now, then I'm going to the next dock. Oops, thought I had one going there for a second. Then you go on to the next dock. And what I do, I'll grab that spinnerbait, cast a few more times on my 1-2 punch. You do that, you just increase your odds. And again, having a great time as you go along, because you're looking for that bass. You're hunting them. You're hunting them down. You're looking for where they are, and you're hunting that bass down. And there's nothing more fun than that. And then when you get one, whew, that's exciting, because it's hard to get them out of that dock. They wrap around stuff. They give you a thrill. And the pickups, well, they pick it up sometimes hard and slam it, take it away. Other times they just a little bit. You feel like you got a read on the line. You start to set, you slam that hook. As always, if you feel anything different, slam the hook and get them out of there as quickly as you can, because there's all kinds of pickups on this. You might just see a line twitch, and then you slam the hook. So no matter what you do, set that hook, bring that bass in.